guy signed with Top Rank unbeaten. Before we talk about him, there's just a few things I want to address. So I saw a video that Tony Yoka put out a couple of weeks ago where he said he'd signed the contract to fight yourself on January 10th here in Germany. What happened with Tony Yoka?
Well, in this situation, this is everything make my management, I'm not, I go only on the ring and I fight, but I not heard from Yoka. My team, nothing say to me, hey, we signed with Yoka. For me, I say to the guys, for me it's no problem. I fight everyone. When he come in the ring, everything is fine. But I think but behind the scene is a little bit political. This is different. The people not talks this, but it is what it is. I cannot change it. I fight with the Polish guy. I'm happy, and this is the full focus of this fight.
Do you think he wanted to fight you, Yoka?
I don't know. He won't. I see the video. Yeah, Kabayel signs the contract, but I think when Yoka have 2-3 more win in his career, and we can talk.
Okay. Of course, the other name I'm going to ask you about is Daniel Dubois. We were both at the O2 a couple of weeks ago for Parker Wardley, and Dubois got on the mic and said, I want you, looked at you, as I want Agit Kabayel. So did you guys, to your knowledge, try and make the fight with Daniel Dubois for January 10th? Was that trying to be made?
I say to the guys, we are canceled the homecoming event, and they come to UK, I heard you have not opponent, and they say this, but I heard from the team, from Daniel, first about Daniel will make this match in UK. I think he will make her stay busy fight, he lose the fight with Usyk, and now he will make one fight for motivation, and I think
he's going to fight Frank Sanchez.
Yeah, he will fight for Frank Sanchez.
The IBF eliminator has been accepted. It's not a done deal. But Daniel Dubois has accepted that position, so it could be Dubois Sanchez.
But I not understand, in the stage, Daniel talk like Kabayel, let's go, let's go for the fight, and after I heard nothing from Daniel, from the team. For me, it's I think bad news, but it is what it is. I fight with Daniel Kliba, and after the fight we can talk maybe with Daniel or other guys.
And those are the words of Agit Kabayel in regards to two particular potential fighters, Tony Yoka and Daniel Dubois. And first, Tony Yoka, you look at his video that he let out, he posted about him signing to agree to fight Agit Kabayel, and nothing else was said about it. And according to Agit Kabayel, he couldn't explain like why didn't Tony Yoka's contract hit the desk? What happened? Was the contract even signed over? Was it just for publicity? And Agit Kabayel just didn't know. And I think that's the problem. I think Agit Kabayel is in the same situation as someone like Luis Ortiz. They have people that are handling the contracts, the interest of the fighter, the overall decision to fight the fighter, and he doesn't know about it. That's the problem. Agit Kabayel should know everything that goes on in his career. There should be no wool pulled over Agit Kabayel's eyes. He should hear every step when it comes to fighters. Why? When the contract was submitted, what was the decision that he, in fact, decided to do? Or if he didn't decide, he should know who made the decision. You know what I mean? Was it the management? Was it the promoter? Was it in the interest of the networks? Was it politics where it came down to, well, he's with this particular network and then they're dealing with these people, so they don't really get along, therefore the fight didn't happen? Those type of things supposed to go down, and he's supposed to know step by step. Because what I'm hearing from these fighters, like, hey man, I just fight, man. They just tell me who I'm fighting, and we just, we just train to fight the person that they tell me. It shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? See, with people, fighters, with more of control over their overall careers and who they fight and who they want to fight, they get the better outcome. And then that's when you know when you're dealing with somebody that is in your best interest. When you have more of a mindset, a business mindset, an ideal decision or a desire to fight certain fighters, because you know fighting certain fighters are going to get you in certain positions. So if you know that, that's how you should be. You should take initiative within your own management company, because if you don't, they'll just pretty much do what they want to do with you according on how they get paid and what's better financially for them, not necessarily you. That's the issue I have with that situation. I'm just a fighter. You got to be more than a fighter. You got to be the self-promoter. You have to have insight. You have to hire a guy that hangs around the management to give feedback to you to make sure you're not getting screwed over. That's what's going to happen with Agit Kabayel. And now I'm understanding why things are taking place. Okay, that's one, Tony Yoka. Two, Daniel Dubois. Well, Daniel Dubois, you did hear him call out Agit Kabayel. And Agit Kabayel did bring up a good point. Well, if you know you were in negotiations to fight Frank Sanchez on the IBF end, the belt that he recently held, why are you talking about calling out Agit Kabayel? You know what I mean? That's just publicity. That's just trying to keep his name there. I get it, but it's a waste of time because you're really showing you're full of shit, because you know you're in no position to call out Agit Kabayel on the WBC end. That's the WBC interim championship. When you know you are closer kept with the IBF and you're having a purse bid with the other guy that is on the top, that is at the top, Frank Sanchez, that would be the first thing I would have brought up. Like, nah, man, I'm actually in a purse bid with fighting Frank, and if I don't fight Frank, I want you. That's how he should have done it. But, Daniel just, all around, and he don't really know. He's just, oh, let me call him out. You know what I mean? He's thinking of what someone already told him to do, so therefore he's doing it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they've gone quiet. Yeah, these things happen, but I'm not really convinced, honestly. I'm not convinced either way, but I'm not convinced that Agit Kabayel, because he doesn't know more about his own management strategies and what they actually do. It's hard to say that people are running from him when, you have management company that doesn't feel you in, and he just doesn't know. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, you don't even know what's going on within your management company. So it's kind of hard to see or to hear what's happening. Because if anything at all, his management should have been able to tell him, nah, bro, they didn't never sign in the contract. They never signed it. It was just all cap. You know what I mean? Or we didn't get anything from them. And then, we offered them then, and then we heard silence. That means that they no longer wanted to negotiate. It's almost like sending messages and emails back and forth, where if someone sees something that they're not cool with, the passive way to get out of that is to not respond. You see what I mean? So that may be the case, but we don't even have that type of information. So we don't know what's going on with Agit Kabayel. And I think he does really need to audit his management company. But you guys tell me what you think of Agit Kabayel stating that these guys have gotten real quiet when it comes to fighting me, Tony Yoka, and Daniel Dubois. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.